The season is over.
We've no place to go. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Hey growers, what's going on, and welcome back to another video. Winter in Canada means that I can no longer grow any vegetables, but there are some good things about winter that I want to talk about with you today. I think of winter as kind of, cleaning the slate in the garden, clearing everything out, and allowing you to have more time to plan your garden for next year. It gives you some time to really think about what you want to grow next year, what you did good this year, and what you want to keep doing for next season. One of the things that I learned this year that I think went really well with my garden is I didn't worry so much about making everything perfect. In years prior to 2018, I was a lot more worried about weeds and staking my plants and making sure that they're well watered and stuff. But what I realized this year is that you really don't need to do that. You don't need to stress so much. You don't need to mollycoddle your plants. And I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that most gardeners make, is worrying too much, doing too much, and in the end, nature will take care of itself. I got a bit lazy with the fall yard work this year, and as you can see, I left in a few of the pepper plants. This is a long red cayenne, and this was a Cherokee purple tomato right here, and I also left in a few of these stakes here, which I shouldn't have done because now they are basically frozen into the ground and I can't pull them out. So the moral of that story is make sure you do your yard work in the fall. If you don't, you're just gonna have a lot more stuff to do in the spring, which is not gonna be fun. Here's just a quick little view of my front yard garden. As you can see, it's mostly cleared out, besides those stakes and those plants you saw there, but it's pretty snowy. Another thing I learned in the 2018 growing season is to just be patient. Patience is something that I've struggled with in the past in the garden, and most gardeners, I think, struggle with being patient and waiting for things to happen, at least at some point in their career. So it was about July 20th, towards the end of July, and my tomato plants hadn't really put out many fruit yet. And I was a little worried, because I was like, they should have tomatoes on them by now. In past years, I'd have tomatoes already in end of June. I wasn't seeing that many flowers either, so I was a bit worried. But I just kind of stuck with my weeding and stuck with the watering and stuff, and eventually I ended up getting a massive amount of tomatoes on all my plants. So basically, just give it some time. It might not happen instantaneously. You might not see results instantly with your vegetables and your flowers, but just give it a bit of time. You might be surprised. Like I said before, another thing I learned is that you shouldn't do as much. So just let nature take its course. Don't worry, just relax, all right? If you've planted, if you got good seeds, if you have decent weather, and if you have decent watering practices, you should be good, all right? Don't worry too much. And for those of you people who think that Canadians are immune to the cold, not exactly true. I'm Canadian through and through, but still, I'm not a huge fan of the cold. So I hope you enjoyed this little video where I kind of reviewed or reflected on my 2018 growing season. I hope that your growing season was a success this year, and if it wasn't, there's always next year. So make sure that you stay tuned to my channel. I'm gonna be posting lots of great videos about gardening tips that'll help you grow a better garden for next year. Yeah, stay tuned for those, and as always, grow it best. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one. I'm out. See you guys. Peace.